I'm sure you've Aristotle's quote, "We are what we repeatedly do." And he's basically talking about habits. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how to build habits that will last a lifetime. So we often say motivation won't last, but discipline do. And people ask me all the time, how are you so disciplined? It's basically, I've just created habits over time that stick, that last, and they help me get towards my goal. So the key is to not focus on the goal, but to focus on the habits that will build and lead up to that goal. So if you focus on losing weight, losing body fat, or you focus on being healthier, living longer, we don't focus on the end result. We just focus on the little habits, bit by bit, that can lead us to there, and the reward at the end will be the goal. So first of all, I'm going to focus on building a new identity. If you want to lose weight or you want to be a healthier person, then we have to kind of create ourselves, a new identity, because right now your current behaviors are a reflection of your current identity. So you right now kind of a mirror image of the type of person you believe you are, like subconsciously, or consciously. So to change your behavior for good, you need to start believing new things about yourself. You need to build a new identity. And we can do that in two ways. First, you decide the type of person you want to be. So if you want to be a healthy person, okay, I want to be a healthy person. I want to be a lean person, or I want to be a person kind of free of disease. So you have to prove that then with small wins. So the more small wins or habits you perform, and kind of the more votes that you cast, for this new identity, the more you build up, evidence of being that kind of person. So eventually then you take pride in, these small wins, and they become easy to stick the habits. If you like your arms, then maybe you're not going to skip arm day. Yeah, and if you like your glutes, you may not just skip glute day. Or if you're proud of your endurance, you're probably going to, keep on going with your runs. So basically you're saying to yourself, I'm the type of person who, or you could also say, what does a type of person do? So I'm the type of person who doesn't skip workouts. And you keep saying, every time you're about to miss a workout, you can say that. Or I'm a type of person who follows things through, or finishes what they start. Or you could then also say, if you get into some trouble, some challenges, some roadblocks, what would a healthy person do? What would Lee do? What would my trainer do? What would so-and-so do? And this can kind of build that new identity that you want. That's also what, the power of the environment and the people you surround yourself with, because these people will help you get your small wins to build this new identity. So you've got to find ways, even if they are small, just to reinforce this identity, especially early on. Just like little ways, little beliefs, little wins, and you can reward yourself as well. And it's basically, at first, mastering an art of showing up. This builds momentum, and this is going to make sure in the long term that you're going to be able to stick to these habits and reach your goal. So how do we build a good habit then? We have to make it first obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. So if we want to lose weight and we want to maybe make healthier meals, we have to make them obvious. So we have to have them in the house, get rid of the bad stuff, and have the obvious stuff in the fridge, at the front of the fridge, in the pantry at the front, so it is obvious. And it has to be attractive. So it has to be like appealing to us. Then it has to be easy. So it has to be easy to make. Like if you're a vegan and you're chopping veggies all day and it's got about 20 ingredients, it's probably not going to be easy for you to do. And then it has to be satisfying. So of course, it has to taste good. You have to feel good afterwards. Sometimes if you're having some bad food, you just don't feel good afterwards. So then it's not satisfying. You can also turn these into questions. How can I make eating healthy, or how can I make exercise obvious, attractive, easy? How can I make exercise obvious? You can put your clothes out before you go to bed, so then you know what to do in the morning. How can you make it attractive? You could, have some nice clothes, go to a nice gym. How you make it easy? Just do 2 minutes. Just do 10 minutes. How can you make it satisfying? You have that feel-good factor. Or if you hit, 30 workouts, then you can buy yourself, a new outfit, some new shoes, something like that. So at first, these habits have to be established before they can be improved. So you might have, I want to get like a healthy breakfast every day. Once you've got the habit down, once you have breakfast every day, then you can improve it. So, if you're eating eggs and toast, maybe then you're improving the eggs to egg whites, or you're improving the toast to a different kind of bread, or you're adding some veggies to it. So first get the habit down, then improve it. So kind of, it's like first do what's necessary, then do what's possible, then you'll start to do the impossible. So you can also layer on some, additional benefits, positive emotions, good self-talk, little rewards to help you stick to these habits. Because if you make them repeatable, then you're going to stick them long term. They're going to be ingrained in you. Your behaviors that get rewarded get repeated. Your behaviors that get punished will get avoided. So you want to be able to stick to them, so make them easy for you to do. That includes like taking away all the friction. Give yourself maybe permission to reduce the scope. If you can't do 45 minutes, can you do 15 minutes of a workout? If you can't, if there's nothing to eat, can you have a backup? Can you have some frozen veggies, some tuna? Make something easy. So it counts for a lot. If you don't want, you don't want to put like another 0 up for another day. As we know, one bad meal can turn into a bad day, can turn into a bad weekend. So in the long run, the bad days will count for more than the great days. If you show up on the bad days, even if it's less, than what you normally do, or you've had a little bit of success, this will maintain the habit. And if you maintain the habit, all you then need is time. You prove to yourself, and then you look at yourself, in the mirror at the end of the day, with that satisfaction, you did your best, and you have no guilt. So you show that even though the circumstances weren't ideal and things weren't perfect, but you still found a way to show up and fulfilled the habits. And over time, if you're being consistent, that is the key. There's going to be some little mistakes along the way, but you get over them, you move on, you keep these habits, that will take you to your goal. So once again, we're going to build habits, create a new identity, make them obvious, easy, attractive, and satisfying, and then rewards for the habits, make them repeatable so that you do them again. You have to like them, otherwise you won't do them. You know that if it's impossible to do, you won't stick to it. So if the gym's 30 minutes away and you've got a crazy workout, you're probably going to do it because there's too many barriers in the way. So make things easy to do. At-home body workout is fine. So hope this helps. Build those habits and get yourself to those goals. Speak to you soon.